This market is nuts. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Roger here. Today we're going to be talking about the housing market in Los Angeles County for Q3 and August 2020. I'm going to tell you guys what's going on. If you guys are in the market, you guys are looking to buy a house, you're already dealing with this right now. Things are crazy. In a second, I'm going to share with you guys my screen so you guys can see what's going on, but it's absolutely bananas, okay? The market is nuts. There's no houses on the market. Such little inventory. There's tons of first-time buyers trying to buy their first house. If you're looking to buy a house under $1 million, it's going to be really tough right now, guys. I'm just being totally honest with you. It's going to be hard. Interest rates, again, to add to all the first-time buyers, interest rates are at near all-time lows, making it even more competitive. So let's dive in and look at the LA housing report for Q3 and August 2020. All right, guys, so you guys are looking at this chart. So on the left side of your screen, you're gonna have the inventory, and on the right side of the screen, you're gonna have demand, okay? So if we look at homes under $1 million, so the first three rows, okay, year over year percentage change. If you're looking to buy a house under $500,000, there are 50% less houses in LA County than there were last year. And if you go to the right side of the screen and look at the first three rows, there's between 500,000 to 750, there's 18% more demand, and then 750 to 1 million, there's 50% more demand. And to add to all of this, interest rates are at all-time lows. So what happens when inventory is low and demand is high? Lots of competition. You have to go over asking like crazy to be able to land your house. I'm representing buyers right now, and we were interested in a house that was listed for 800. We went all the way up to 865, still couldn't get it. We made a one last ditch effort and raised it again to about 875, still couldn't get our offer accepted. So that's just kind of the sign of what's happening in the market right now. So if you're in this situation, which again sucks, but what can you do? What do we do? What do we do, Roger, if we are looking to buy a house and we are getting outbid and there's barely any houses? I mean, I don't even see a house that I like that I want to put an offer on. And if there's anything even halfway decent, I'm going over and I still can't get the house. So I'm going to tell you guys what you can do to try to land a house in this market, because if this continues for 6 months or a year, house prices are going to skyrocket. So the houses that were 800 are now going to be 900, you know, so it's just going to get worse. So what can you do? The first thing that I would recommend is you have to compromise your location. I know you don't want to hear this, and you had your eyes set on living in a certain city, and that neighboring city over there that's, you know, just north or just south, you said you would never live there. This is the time where you have to consider moving to a lesser neighborhood, because if you don't, that neighborhood that you want to live in, your desirable neighborhood, it's just going to get harder. So unless you are going to have a lot more money as a down payment or have a significant increase in your income, it's only going to get worse. So the first thing you can do is try to find pockets in the next cities over that, again, you may not be crazy about, but every single city, every single neighborhood has pockets that are nice. Okay. I recently helped clients buy a house in Canoga Park, and I grew up in Reseda. So like Reseda and Canoga Park in the San Fernando Valley are not the most desirable. Okay. So in the south of us, we have like Tarzana, Encino, Sherman Oaks, Studio City, Woodland Hills. These are the more desirable neighborhoods. So Canoga Park to the south has Woodland Hills, West Hills. So these are areas that are more desirable. But my clients, because of their price range, were able to find a really, really cute house with a pool, well within their price range in the Canoga Park area. And they got a house, right? That's the most important thing at this time, because these neighboring cities are going to appreciate. So although it's not ideal, I'm just afraid that if you keep waiting, it's just going to get worse. And again, if you're not going to be making more money or have a larger down payment, what's going to change in a year, right? It's going to be the same thing. It's not going to be the same. It's going to be worse. So that's the first thing that I would recommend. The second thing that I would recommend, because again, the LA housing market is crazy. There are a lot of people leaving, but there's also a lot of people still coming in. So the second thing that I would recommend, look at condos. Okay, look at condos regardless of where you're looking to live. So if you're a young family and you wanted that house, consider a townhouse. I've actually closed another house that was a beautiful townhouse, completely updated, 1,500 square feet, totally remodeled, probably 20 to 25% less in price than what a house would cost at that square footage. And you have a private entrance, private garage, gated community, amenities like pool and tennis courts. And again, a house in that price range would be in the mid to high 600,000s. They got it for 475. Okay, so condos, in my opinion, are going to be the next big winners when it comes to investments, because you know, there's only so many houses, and the next thing that's going to happen is we're going to start building up. I've talked about this in previous videos, but in LA, we're going to start building up. It's going to be a little bit more like Manhattan. It's going to be in the next 50 years. That's what's going to happen. There's a new construction going up on Sunset and Crescent Heights in West Hollywood. It's going to be the tallest building in West Hollywood. That Chase McDonald's shopping center is going to be gone. It's going to be, I think, 30, 40 stories. So that's where we're headed, right? We're headed to the Manhattan market where things are going to start building up and condos are going to start appreciating like crazy. Check out my other video, what's appreciated more, houses versus condos. I did a full report and analysis and showed you guys that condos are appreciating more than houses in LA. Certain areas might not appreciate, but in general, condos are appreciating more than houses. So instead of continuing to wait for something to happen, for a market crash, which no financial analyst is predicting a financial crash. So the next best investment at this time is condos. So consider a condo. The third thing that I would recommend is consider buying a property in a different state. Okay, so after continued frustration, not getting your offer accepted, home prices continue to go up, look at other areas that are growing like crazy. You know, obviously you want to have your own house, right? To live in, to build memories. But if it's just not possible and you have to continue renting, real estate markets are smoking hot in other states. There are states like Arizona, Utah. Just off the top of my head, those are the first two that I can think of that are blowing up. A lot of people are moving there. Companies are moving there. Amazon's moving there. You know, Google's moving there. So take a look and see what other areas are appreciating or growing, right? Because you can still get in the real estate game. You could still buy houses in other states for $200,000-300,000 that are going to appreciate. You're going to get the tax write-offs. You're going to get all the benefits. Yeah, it's not going to be your primary residence, but at least you want to get some skin in the real estate game because of inflation. As you guys have seen, the government's printing trillions of dollars. The value of the US dollar is going down. It's going to happen. The value of the US dollar is going to go down. Everything is going to be more expensive, including housing. So you don't want to have your $50,000, $100,000 sitting in your bank account. You want that in a property that's going to appreciate and actually give you some returns, whereas your money in the bank account is going to be worth less and less every single year. Okay, so those are some of the things that you can do to combat this crazy housing market in LA. So there's 3 really good tips there on what alternative options of what you can do if you are struggling to find a house, which I'm getting a lot of feedback saying first-time home buyers, we are struggling. We're not able to find a house we like, get our offer accepted, and it just sucks. If you guys are enjoying my videos, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe. I'm coming out with videos every single Friday covering every single part of the home buying process. And I am actually going into escrow on my own house. I've bought and sold investment properties in the past, but this is going to be my actual home. So I'm going to actually go through what you guys are going through. So I'm going to share that journey with you guys next week. So you want to make sure to subscribe. You don't want to miss that video because I'm going through all of the emotions that you're going to go through when you're buying a home. So I'm going to share with you what's helping me keep my head sane because everything is so crazy right now and everything's happening so fast. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Almost at 1,000 subscribers. You guys are awesome. Let's keep it up. We have really great community here. Positive, great questions being asked. So feel free to leave a comment if there's anything you have questions or concerns about, and I'll see you guys next time.